Plains of Strat. The Plains of Strat are ruled by a mighty power shaper named Stratius. He has an altered shape of a great red dragon and is often seen flying high in the sky watching over his kingdom. Stratius has an army with many wizards and clerics in it, but they are a more defensive than offensive force. Trade is allowed in and out of the kingdom of Strat, and merchants are treated with respect and honor. The guards and patrols of Strat do not believe in lengthy trials, and the captain of each of the patrols, 10 to 20 guards, will usually make an on-the-spot judgment of someone's innocence. Gold helps these captains make the correct decisions. Siniska, capital city. Siniska is a massive city right on the ocean. There is also a major river running on the west side of the city that allows trade to flow down that way as well. Trade is the lifeblood of this city. It keeps the people well off financially and makes it so that there are always many interesting travelers passing through at almost all times. Merchants have a very high presence here, and almost anything you need can be found in this city. Most travelers are safe for about 1 to 2 days of travel outside the city, as the guards do regular patrols around the countryside. Clerics. All clerical sects have temples here, and this is the home to the Bestiary cleric stronghold. The king has a great relationship with the clerics in the city, and the head clerics have been known to visit with the king on many occasions. Guilds and others. There is every guild here in the city that you could want to find. There is the Thieves Guild, Merchants Guild, Craftsman Guild, Mercenary Guild, as well as the less well-known, such as the Assassins Guild. Wizard's Tower. There is a wizard's tower in the city, but it is well guarded, and most non-wizards are not allowed to enter the tower without permission. The wizards have many magical items and interesting objects for sale for those that have the friends and money to get in and buy them. Marketplaces. There is a huge marketplace in this town. You can buy almost everything you need or want in the marketplace. They have stalls for all types of weapons, both magical and non-magical, and equipment of all types. There is of course a massive stable with all types of beast for riding available, as well as armor and equipment that would be needed for any of the riding beasts. Guards. As mentioned before, the guards are more likely to be polite to merchants, but they are all open to bribes. Many times the guards can be convinced to look the other way when a shady deal is being done, or when another merchant's building is set on fire, of course by accident. Black Market. The black market in Siniska is a great place to buy and sell almost anything under the sun without question or interference. Just don't cause trouble there, or the very dangerous guards of the market will just kill you and leave your stripped bodies to the dogs in the streets. Ageria. Ageria is on the west side of the plains, along the major river that runs towards the inland sea. It is an average-sized town, and many people take a ride here along the river on the way to Eudocia. The area around the town is safe for about a 1/2 day's ride, as you are getting close to the edge of the patrolled areas and into some of the more dangerous wilds. Most of the citizens make their living from farming and fishing. There are rumors of a great battle that had taken place in the river in history, yet no one has ever found proof of it. Supposedly a treasure ship was sunk to the depth of the river. Clerics. There is a large temple in this town, which has a separate wing for all the sects. There is a small holy area in each of the wings, and a large meeting room in the middle for large gatherings. There are usually only a few clerics at any time from all the sects here, as this is a major traveling port. Guilds and others. There is a merchants, mercenary, and craftsman guild here. Other guild members sometimes can be found here, but they do not have a permanent home here. Wizard's Tower. There is not a wizard's tower per se, but they do have a large meeting house here that is well protected, and there are usually a few wizards in town at most times. Marketplaces. There are multiple smaller markets throughout the town. They offer all the basic goods, and some things can sell for more here than in Siniska, such as well-crafted non-magical items. Guards. As mentioned before, the guards are more likely to be polite to merchants, but they are all open to bribes. Many times the guards can be convinced to look the other way when a shady deal is being done. Or when another merchant's building is set on fire, of course by accident. Black market, there is a smaller market here, and it deals a lot in information. You can sell anything here but may not get the best prices as in the bigger towns. Eudocia. This is a smaller village on the north of the plains. Most of the people that live here are decent warriors as well as farmers or hunters. This village must deal with many of the roaming goblinoid-type monsters, as well as a major evil beast now and then. If you can make the 3-day trip to the foothills of the mountains to the north, there are rumors of large mines that have been discovered but are now infested with all sorts of interesting creatures. The mines are said to hold large amounts of metals, as well as some prized treasures for those daring enough to go look for it. Clerics. There is one large heavily fortified temple in this village that also serves as the last line of defense in case of a large-scale attack on the town. Many of the clerics come to this village to prove themselves and gain battle experience. You will almost always find some battle, war, and bestiary clerics here. Guilds and others. There are only representatives of many of the guilds here, and not full-blown guild buildings. There are not enough people here to have a full guild building. Wizard's Tower. There are few wizards here, as the only ones who come here to study are those that want to increase their earth powers. Marketplaces. Some very basic supplies are available here, and weapons and good quality metals always fetch a good price here. Guards. As mentioned before, the guards are more likely to be polite to merchants, but they are all open to bribes. There are very few guards here, as most of them only come here on their patrols. Black market. There is no black market in this village. Agnadus. Agnadus is also a decent-sized trading town. It is used by many merchants as a rest stop after traveling along the coast from Siniska. It is also known for its resident pirate population, so it is always a dangerous place to try to get some rest. They say that any pirate hunters can receive a very large bounty from the guards of this town if they can catch some of the head pirates that terrorize the waters roundabout. Clerics. There are 4 small temples scattered through the town, and each sect shares the one they are closer to. The clerics here are usually passing through on the way to the cities by the wall, but have been known to stop and help those who make it worth their while to hunt pirates. Guilds and others. There are small guild buildings here of all the major guilds, as well as the minor ones. Since this is a large trading town, they are always looking for guards to help protect him from bandits and pirates. Wizard's Tower. There is only one major wizard complex here, and it is well guarded and secured. Many wizards travel through this town on the way to the wall. Marketplaces. There are 3 decent markets here, and you can find most of what you need at them. Guards. As mentioned before, the guards are more likely to be polite to merchants, but they are all open to bribes. Many times the guards can be convinced to look the other way when a shady deal is being done. Or when another merchant's building is set on fire, of course by accident. Black market. There is a decent-sized market in this town. They specialize in stolen goods, and they are always willing to buy what you have, no questions asked. Gorgo. Gorgo is located on the northeastern edge of the Great Sea right beside the floating wall. This town is good-sized and is a staging port for many of the warriors coming to fight on the wall. This town comes under attack often, and many different battles are always happening in the seas around the town. This is a very volatile town, as many drunken soldiers are always in the town and roaming the streets. Clerics. There is one large temple in this town that all the clerics use together for all the different sects. This temple has many different clerics always coming and going. They are always looking for those who want to join them on their own personal missions. Guilds and others. The Mercenary and Soldiers Guild has a large presence here. Wizard's Tower. There is a small but extremely well fortified Wizard's Tower located here. There are many wizards always traveling through this town, and they are always looking for bodyguards. Marketplaces. There are many marketplaces in the town, however the prices are very expensive here compared to other towns not on the wall. This is a good town to sell any weapons and equipment. Guards. Guards in this town are always on the move. If they are not being shipped out to battle, then they are trying to stop brawls and drunken troubles. The guards have little patience and have been known to just pound on people causing trouble and ask questions later. Black market. There is a small black market in the town, with super expensive prices. But it makes it a seller's market. Just be careful of all the roaming thieves that seem to like to play with soldiers and their pockets. Dao Shan. Dao Shan is along the wall itself, right up against the river. It is a very dangerous town and has been sacked and rebuilt about 5 times so far. A fun place to get into some great battles, but also a dangerous place to get caught unaware in. Newer characters should avoid this town. Around the town itself are large bands of bandits from the desert, always trying to stop unwary travelers. Clerics. There are many clerics here itching for a good battle or trying to keep friends alive. Stay out of their way, or you could be seen as the enemy. Guilds and others. There are no official guilds here, but the Soldiers' Guild has a lot of presence here. Wizard's Tower. No wizard tower here, but lots of wizards here are playing with their magic. Marketplaces. The only thing sold here is weapons and food stuff. If you can get shipments of food and weapons to this town, you can make a lot of money. Guards. Guards in this town are always on the move. If they are not being shipped out to battle, then they are trying to stop brawls and drunken troubles. The guards have little patience and have been known to just cut and ask questions later. The guards are always on the alert for any threats and will step in and ask questions later if they see a perceived threat. Black market. There is a huge underground weapon and information trade here. If you can find the right person and not get killed, you can make a lot of money in this town. Da Chin. Da Chin is a smaller town that is also along the wall. Since it is on the very eastern side away from the heaviest fighting, there are only some minor skirmishes here. Many soldiers on both sides just shoot a few arrows at the other's shields to be able to say they fought a battle that day. Some soldiers here are cowards, and some are just too stupid to know any better. Da Chin is known as the city where soldiers go to die. Clerics. There are a few clerics here, mostly ones that are trying to further their earthen magic. They usually don't fight that much along the wall, as they are not usually needed. Guilds and others. There are no official guild memberships in this town, as they all left due to boredom. Wizard's Tower. There are few wizards here, except for the small group that seems to always head off deeper into the plain to the east. Very few of them come back. Marketplaces. You can buy lots of illegal drugs and alcohol in the town, and there is always a need for food and supplies to be shipped in. Guards. The guards in this town get bored a lot, and thus there is a thriving gladiatorial game here. A good way to make some extra gold or get yourself killed by accident. Black market. There is a minor black market here. Dealing in drugs and other illegal items is how they make most of their money. Lu Bang. Lu Bang is a small village out in the very edge of the northern plains to the far eastern edge. This village has been known for its amazing abilities to sew wool into almost magical hardness for its villagers. The villagers don't usually sell to outsiders until they have received their trust, which sometimes takes a while. Almost all these hunters and farmers are great warriors, as they live in the most dangerous parts of the plains. All their houses are small, fireproof fortresses that can take nightly assaults. The villagers tell others they love it here, as it is never boring, with lots of things to kill. There is no real road to get here, just a well-kept trail. Clerics. There are always bestiary clerics here as well as some earth clerics. They seem to enjoy the good battles, and the closeness to nature. They like to go into the wilds and try to have some fun, but they have to be careful. There are many dangerous creatures all around within a few days' ride of the village. Guilds and others. There are no official guilds here and the town likes it that way. Wizard's Tower. No wizard tower here, but some wizards can be found traveling around looking for adventure. They say there are rumors of some abandoned wizard towers away to the north. None have ever returned when they went in that direction. Marketplaces. There are goods here, with the most sought after being the super wool products. If you can make friends and buy some, it is worth a lot in any of the other cities. Guards. The guards in this town are the people themselves. They have a mayor that doesn't stand for trouble, and they are quick to dispose of anyone who causes it. Black market. There is no black market here. Chu Yun. Chu Yun is a strange kind of town. Even though it is far north in the plains, it has a huge population of farmers, hunters, and of course merchants. They seem to love all the open and free land just to the west of the town. Many adventurers come back talking about a large, abandoned city to the west, but none stay for long, saying that it is overrun with undead and other evil creatures. However, they all say it is very fun to go cause trouble there for a bit. The ruler of the plains has decreed that no more cities and towns be built out that way, to give the people a chance to preserve some of the natural heritage of the plains. Many think that he just likes to go out there and have fun killing the undead. Clerics. There are a lot of clerics to be found here, as they enjoy going out and fighting the monsters to the west. They are always looking for adventurers to go with them. There is a small temple to each deity here. Guilds and others. There is a representative from all the guilds here, and they can be found at all the guild houses whenever the need arises. There is a rumor that this is the place to join the Assassin's Guild. If you can survive the initiation. Wizard's Tower. There is a mid-sized wizard tower here, and many wizards seem coming and going to study the ruins out to the west. There seems to be a strange draw for them to go in that direction. Marketplaces. There are many goods sold here, and almost anything someone would want can be found here. Guards. As mentioned before, the guards are more likely to be polite to merchants, but they are all open to bribes. Many times the guards can be convinced to look the other way when a shady deal is being done. Or when another merchant's building is set on fire, of course by accident. Black market. There is a large black market here, specializing in rare and strange artifacts that were found in the ruins to the far west. Some of them are very dangerous, and more than one person has been driven mad after purchasing a cursed item.